Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Joy in Me today. There were 2 weeks when I did not make a video because, well, last week we were in Good Friday, and of course, you're better off doing your prayers and meditating on the Passion of Christ than to listen to me. So that's one. And another week when my time was eaten up because I needed to talk to some people who were processing their feelings with me because there were people who were close to them who experienced having COVID. And that is exactly what I want to talk to you about today. In difficult times, it is very, very important that we are skillful in expressing our feelings so that we will not feel like we are alone in what we are going through. But not everyone knows how to. And tonight, I'm going to talk to you about some tips or some things that we can do so that we can learn this skill. And, somehow, maybe makatulong siya in our coping in difficult times. This is Cheksai. This is our Forward Friday. Let's start. Being able to express our feelings is crucial in our ability to cope with them. Seems like a common sense thing, right? It is. Kaya nga, a lot of people think na kapag sobrang galit na sila, o sobrang lungkot na sila, o sobrang frustrated na sila, instinctively, alam na nila paano sasabihin yung nararamdaman nila. Guess what? They find themselves in rock bottom, sobrang galit, sobrang lungkot, sobrang frustrated, and yet, they cannot find it in themselves to be able to express those feelings. Nagiging siyang pent-up emotions because they don't even know where to start. That is why there are some foundational things that I want you to think about in this Forward Friday that would help you somehow be able to know na kapag kailangan mo nang i-express yung mga nararamdaman mo in crucial times, you know how to do it. The first one is this. Find your tribe. Yung isa, dalawa, tatlong tao who you know you can trust with your feelings. Hindi ka i-judge, susuportahan yung nararamdaman mo, sasabihin sa'yo yung totoo about you and about what you're talking about. Dahil skill ang expression ng feelings, it has to be practiced. And if you don't have these people, who will you practice it with? Ano yung ikukwento mo sa kanila? O ano yung ipapractice mo sa kanila? Kung hindi ka naman lungkot na lungkot, hindi ka naman sayan-saya. Your random everyday things. Start with those. It doesn't have to be a very eventful life, no, to be able to learn this skill. Yung random things that are happening to you, kwento mo. Anong nangyari? Anong naramdaman mo? And with that, you create a relationship with these people that would make it very easy or very comfortable to talk to them about what your thoughts are and about your feelings. So that when times become very difficult, you know who to talk to and you know how to talk to them. Second is to untag our feelings. Minsan kasi, hindi naman tayo hindi nakakapag-practice expressing our feelings because walang gusto makinig. Minsan nandyan lang sila. Pero ikaw ang hindi nagsasabi. Because you tag your feelings as bad or good. When you say you're tagging your feelings as a bad feeling, iniisip mo, kapag sinabi ko na nagalit ako, sabihin nila, masamang tao ako. Or pag sinabi ko na nainggit ako, sabihin nila, I'm unhappy. Or kapag sinabi kong natakot ako, baka sabihin nila, I'm weak. You're already tagging your feelings. Sa'yo pa lang. So, yung iniisip nila, inunahan mo na. O yung iisipin nila, inunahan mo na. In such a way that you decide, di naman kailangan sabihin. Or, ayokong sabihin kasi baka tama yung iniisip ko na iisipin nila. Our feelings are neither good or bad. They are just emotions that we experience. What we do with our feelings, that's what's going to make us good or bad people. And sometimes being able to express our thoughts and feelings with somebody that we trust makes us make the right decisions on how to move those feelings forward. Next, is to be able to name our feelings. When we talk about emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, the baseline of that really is to be able to tag your feelings accurately. Kasi kapag meron kang gustong sabihin, pero hindi mo siya matumbok, the fulfillment, that feeling of fulfillment that you were able to express yourself or you were able to share what you're actually feelings become, kung accurate siya, becomes more fulfilling. No? Mas parang nakapaglabas ka talaga ng nararamdaman mo. Unlike kapag hindi natin natatag ng tama yung nararamdaman natin, bitin, parang hindi mo siya ma-move forward dahil hindi tama yung natutumbok mong terminologies. Because sometimes anger is not really galit. No? It could be frustration or disappointment. Or, pagkagalit tayo, it's not always galit. Minsan, inggit yon. Or, maybe, also frustration. But, increasing our vocabulary on the types of feelings that we may be experiencing can actually better equip us when we are sharing these events and feelings to other people already. And it becomes, again, more of a release kapag eksakto yung nagagamit natin na terminologies. And lastly is this. When I talk about being able to express your feelings, if you welcome that to happen in your life or in your coping mechanism, then that's ideal. There will be times when there will be people who will really, really not be able to feel ever comfortable expressing their feelings. Caveat lang. Ako, I really believe that even if you're an introvert, but you know a trusted person, you know how to name your feelings, and you have untagged your feelings, you would be able to cope better when you verbalize your feelings to another soul. However, if wala ka pa doon, or dinesisyonan mo na hindi ka dadating doon, there are a lot of other ways to express your feelings. Minsan, journaling is one. Or maybe just meditating and praying. Minsan iniisip ko, ano kayang nangyayari kapag yung ibang tao, they are talking their feelings out with themselves? Is it really just talking to yourself? Because I find sa akin na I'm not contented talking to myself. It always naturally flows out into prayer. That I'm talking to God about what I am feeling because I know He is a better person to express these feelings with. Of course, dahil extroverted naman talaga ako, it will also after that still flow out to having to call my best friends, my tribe, about what I want to process. But again, for some people who do not feel comfortable doing that, prayer is a very, very good ally for us to talk to God about what we are feeling. And, faith would tell us we're not just talking to Him, we're already also entrusting those feelings to Him because He will make a way for these feelings, these situations to get solved one way or another. Solved, or He will help us to be able to accept the consequences or the effects of those situations in our lives. Those things. First, find people that you can trust. Second, untag your feelings. Third, to be able to name your feelings so that you can effectively deal with them. And lastly, do spend time to think about your feelings on your own as well. Maybe through a journal, or most especially in talking to yourself, or in my case, talking to God about what I am experiencing. I hope these foundational things are in place in your life. If not yet, then go study. Then find those friends and go contemplating on your feelings and untagging them, because there will come a time that you will be needing someone to talk to. And it would be nice if you would be able to, get that full experience of release, so that comfort will actually come in. That is our Forward Friday for this week. If you think this is useful for you, please share. If it is something that you're not comfortable doing, it's okay, but I hope that this helped you. See you again next week. Bye!